It's here. Our itinerary is here. I know what you're thinking. An itinerary? Me? I know. I would never. But this trip is not planned by me. We are guests of my grandparents, and there are 30 of us going on this next trip, adventure, journey, vacation, whatever you want to call it. This long awaited itinerary is finally here. We fly out in 3 weeks. We fly out and we will be gone through Thanksgiving. This is a big trip announcement. I've kind of subtly mentioned it in some of my other videos, so it's not too much of a surprise for some of you if you've watched any of the videos at length at all. I have mentioned this multiple times. So there are 30 of us going to 2 different countries. We are going to Copenhagen, Denmark. And then next we will fly from Copenhagen to Amsterdam, Netherlands. So those are the 2 places that we are going, all 30 of us. And the itinerary is here. So I was just going to kind of share it with you. I'm not going to show you the front page much, just because this has my family's name and the company that was used in the location. So just out of respect and thoughtfulness for my family members, I will not be sharing those pictures and details. But I will share the information that is inside it. It's pretty long. It has 11 pages. So the first page it's just like a guide for like tipping culture, like what's expected. Obviously, if you don't know, tipping is really mainly just done in the United States. And it's because of, yes, you may. It's because, well, people rely on tips to make their ends meet. And a lot of countries in Europe, they do not rely on tips to make ends meet because minimum wage is sufficient to pay their bills. So tips are for extraordinary service and for a gracious compliment, but usually are not expected. A lot of countries, you just round up to the nearest euro or 2. Or sometimes you need to use the bathroom, grab a small little coffee and stand at the little bar and drink it, use the restroom as long as you're a paying customer. Or maybe the most you would spend is like a 10% on top of your bill for maybe like a taxi or your restaurant. 20% is considered probably outrageous because, again, they're making sufficient money as an hourly wage that they do not have to rely on tips. So that is really just like the first page. It just talks about the tips and stuff. I am excited because in Copenhagen they have like a fermented potato drink that you can try. So I'm interested to see that because I really like to try the local what they're known for, like everybody does when you travel somewhere, right? When you go to Paris, you go see the Eiffel Tower. So obviously that's what we're going to do. Except we're not going to Paris. So at first we have an 8:30 at night flight and it's overnight. It's like 12 hours and we will be landing we have a layover in London. So we have a layover in London and then get to Copenhagen. We will be staying at a pretty well-known hotel in the central area. And again, because this is coming out before we fly there, I'm not doing names of things just to keep safety and out of respect for aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents, family members that are going. I will try to do videos as we're there, but just keeping safety and privacy a little bit more on this because it's not my personal trip. So just keeping that in mind as I share this. So a big thing that my grandparents have done is the first day we do a tour of the city that we're in. And while it feels long because it's your first day, everybody's jet lagged, it's become my husband and I's one of our favorite things because it's not something that we have chosen to do. And it's really the best way to get to know the town. And so we have some boat cruises lined up. So we are going to be going on a canal cruise with lunch And they have meatballs and Danish open-faced sandwiches, schmorbrod. I'm sure I butchered that, and I apologize. Not fluent in Danish at all. So then the next day, which we are low-key really excited about, is a personal request of ours. We are going on a Viking museum tour, which my kids have loved studying the Vikings. They were Vikings last year for Halloween. So we are going to be doing a day of Viking history in the museum. Really excited. And they apparently have some really cool Viking restaurants there, which we will hopefully check out. And we have a family dinner that night. And then we have it's a really small, really cute restaurant. I'll just show you the picture of it because it's just really cute right here. Right there, as we were eating dinner. And they do, I believe this is where, it's right on the water. And it has a little bit more of like a traditional Danish feel and local flavors. And they do like a little bit of European flavor from like all different countries in it. And they help, it says that they basically pair your meal that you pick with a local glass of wine that meshes well with that. So that's really exciting that they take that extra step. And it's on the water. Who doesn't love that? Then we go to the airport and we have like a 2-hour flight from Copenhagen to Amsterdam. And we drop off our stuff at a hotel, which will stay unnamed for right now. And then we have the luxury canal cruise with lunch. Again, like I said, it's on the water. It goes to like the famous neighborhoods and tells you all the history, which will be great. And then the next day it's like a 4 or 5 hour. We have a World War II walking tour for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And then we end at the Anne Frank Museum with tickets. And then you can go in with your families leisurely and go in. So basically what's going to happen, there's like 5, 6, maybe 7 families. Everybody kind of like splits up and does their own family or like 2 families together, however it kind of works. And then everybody meets up at the end and says, okay, we're going to go our separate ways. Or, hey, you want to go get lunch together? And then families kind of sort of do their own things, unless people that have young kids the same age sometimes go to the same places. People with no kids need a break and they go in, get lunch and spend the rest of the day somewhere else. And I did forget to say, we will, when we are in Copenhagen, we're going to go to the Tivoli Christmas market, which is supposed to be really good. We're really excited about that. So we will be going to the Christmas market once we figure out how to get the tickets for that. It's one of like the largest amusement parks in the world and like also one of the oldest. So really super excited for that. So the next day, as we are winding in, we are doing the windmills of hang in here with me, the Zandschans. It's a famous town with windmills and it's beautiful. It's a little bit more on the countryside outside of the city. So that's totally my cup of tea. There's going to be like local cheeses and local shops. Super excited. And the best part of this is it's in the down season. Nobody else is really traveling. The prices are cheaper. It's not as crowded. So the locals are usually a little bit more friendly because they're not overrun by tourists. So here's a picture of the town that we will be going to. And then we always do a family Thanksgiving dinner that night. It's called the Seasons Restaurant. And so their menu changes with the seasons. They have a local garden in the back. They curate their menu options for whatever is in season, whatever is fresh, whatever is local. And really excited about that because, well, usually it's no pesticides, no anything else. It's a lot more natural, a lot more hearty, and well, that's just up my husband and I's alley, and that's important to us. So the local diet is super exciting. You can taste more of the flavors. It's better for your body, and super excited with that. Like they have a risotto with the courgette flower, but the flowers are grown there in the backyard. So, in their own little garden. Sorry, not the backyard. It's in their garden behind them. I did not mean to demean that. I just said the wrong word. And then the last day is the Camp Vouched. I'm sure I said that wrong again. And World War II. So, unfortunately, my family is not going to be attending that, I think, along with another one, because it is a serious museum. It is a serious place. It is a sad place. It is a place where real history and sadness has taken place. And so the suggested age is a little older because of the serious undertone of the history that took place with the people of Germany and the other people. You know, a lot of the Germans went to Amsterdam and then they were controlled in that area as well of Nazi Germany. So it gives me chills just thinking about it. It's a shame that we will miss this, but we also know that it is not age appropriate for our little ones, and it would take away from the experience of not only the other people in our group that really want to enjoy it, and I don't think it would be respectful to other people that are trying to go through the museum and it be so serious and sad and heartbreaking to have little ones screaming, crying, and having meltdowns in the background. It's just not an appropriate place. So we will go there again when our kids are older. We look forward to that. But we also have been reading Anne Frank. We're reading a lot of the history, and so we are teaching our kids about it. We just are unfortunately not able to attend this museum. It's just not the right age group for our little ones. So I'm sure we will be thoroughly filled in by everybody else that is able to go during dinner. So, and then the next day we fly out. So that last day is free. So we might go to another little town. Maybe we'll hang out in Harlem. I think that's like a 15-minute train ride, so not really sure what we're going to do. But we are going to just maybe explore another little town. And then while there's things every day, they only last for a few hours, and then you usually have the whole afternoon free. So your family can do whatever they want. Sometimes there's no places for dinner, so you can find somewhere that you want to eat and go and eat. There's a little bit of flexibility and also plenty of family time together. It's pretty great. Super thankful that we are able to be a part of these trips with our family, and we have made some significant memories that we will cherish forever. And I also realize that we are very fortunate to have family that loves each other and is able to spend time together, because spending time with family can be difficult, and making these memories with everybody. So super excited, but those are where we're going. And that is the quick little gist of what we will be doing. I have a few little things to plan about some places to eat. I'm hopefully going to find a Viking restaurant that we can go to in Copenhagen. And we did just get our currency. We always bring a little bit of cash. So Amsterdam uses euros, but Denmark does not. They use the Danish krone. I think that's how you say it, krone. So we have some krones and we have euros to do some tipping and some other things. Cash, other than that, they are pretty advanced countries, and you just tap and go. They're even a little bit ahead of the US, especially I would say in Denmark, and Amsterdam too. So super excited, and we fly out in 3 weeks. So this is the rundown of the family Thanksgiving itinerary trip. Thanks. Bye.